It's also about the little things. It's about lending an ear to someone who needs to be heard. It's about seeing the world through someone else's eyes, feeling their struggles and standing with them. How can we practice solidarity? Start with your community. Support local businesses, give them a lifeline in these challenging times. Use your voice to advocate for social justice issues. Be a beacon of change in a world that so desperately needs it. And remember, sometimes the smallest acts have the biggest impact. A warm smile, a listening ear, or a helping hand can mean the world to someone in need. Solidarity is not just about grand gestures. It's about the everyday acts of kindness that demonstrate we are in this together. It's about understanding that every single one of us has a role to play, that every voice matters, and that every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. It's about recognizing that we are all part of the same human family and that our strength lies in our unity. When we stand together, we are stronger. Solidarity is not just a concept. It's a lived experience for many around the world. Let's journey to a small coastal town in the Philippines. In 2017, a typhoon unlike any other ravaged their homes and livelihoods. Yet, in the wake of disaster, the community chose not despair but to rally in unity. They banded together, neighbors helping neighbors, rebuilding their town brick by brick, heart by heart. There was Maria, a schoolteacher, who turned her home into a temporary classroom, ensuring that the children's education would not be interrupted. And then there was Jose, a fisherman who shared his daily catch with those who had nothing left. Across the globe, in the bustling heart of New York City, a different kind of storm was brewing. In 2020, amidst the chaos of a global pandemic, a group of healthcare workers stood at the front lines, facing the unseen enemy with unwavering courage. They were not just colleagues, they were a family, a band of heroes bound by a common cause. As the city fell into silence, their voices echoed in the empty streets, a rallying cry of resilience and hope. These are but two stories amongst thousands, millions even, of people choosing unity over division, hope over despair. These stories are testaments to the power of solidarity, the strength of the collective spirit. They remind us that when we stand together, we can weather any storm, conquer any challenge. In the heart of Africa, a proverb says, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." These stories, these experiences of solidarity embody this wisdom, this truth. They show us that our collective strength is greater than any adversity we may face, that our unity is our greatest weapon, our most potent force for change. In the face of adversity, they chose to stand together. The power of solidarity does not stop there. Let's dive deeper into another tale that highlights the enduring strength of human connection. This is a story of a global movement that began as a simple act of compassion between two individuals. Picture this. A woman in a bustling city, thousands of miles away from her homeland, feels lost and alone. She's struggling to make ends meet, grappling with a language she barely understands and missing the warmth of her family. Then, she meets a stranger. This stranger, a local, doesn't share her language or her culture, but he recognizes her struggle. He extends his hand, offering help in small but significant ways. He teaches her the local language, helps her find employment, and even introduces her to his community. This act of kindness sparks a ripple effect. The woman, no longer feeling alone and isolated, starts to help other newcomers in the city. She shares her experiences, lends a helping hand, and forms a network of support. This network grows, spreading across the city, then the country, and eventually becoming a global movement of solidarity. The stranger and the woman could have remained just that, strangers, but they chose solidarity. They chose to stand together to support each other, and in doing so, they sparked a movement that transcended borders and cultures. It's a testament to the power of human connection, a reminder that every act of kindness, no matter how small, can have a profound impact. This story isn't unique, it's one among countless others around the world, where individuals choose to support each other, to stand together in times of need. These stories of solidarity are everywhere if we only choose to look. They're in every shared meal, every helping hand, every word of encouragement. They're the invisible threads that weave humanity together, forming a tapestry of compassion and unity. Solidarity is about standing shoulder to shoulder, even when it's hard. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and choosing to act on it. Because in the end, we are all in this together. So, what happens when we choose solidarity? Well, let's journey back to our previous stories. Remember the small town that banded together to build a school for their children? That's the power of solidarity in action. A collective decision, a shared responsibility, and the result? A brighter future for every child in that town. The impact of such acts of solidarity is tangible and transformative. Solidarity is not just about shared struggles, but also shared triumphs. Like the story of the community that rallied to save their local park from being turned into a commercial complex. Their unity not only preserved a piece of nature, but also strengthened their sense of community. They stood together, they fought together, and they won together. That's what solidarity does. It doesn't just lead to change, it embodies change. Think about the factory workers who united for better working conditions. Their solidarity led to improved safety standards, fair wages, and respect for their rights. They showed us how solidarity can transform a workplace and in turn transform lives. But the impact of solidarity goes even further. It fosters a sense of belonging, strengthens community bonds, and cultivates mutual respect. It encourages us to empathize with others, to understand their struggles, and to support them in their journey. It reminds us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves, that our actions can make a difference, and that together we are stronger. Solidarity is not just a concept, it's a practice. It's a way of living that acknowledges our interconnectedness, values our diversity, and seeks to create a more equitable and just world. It's about recognizing that our individual well-being is tied to the well-being of others. So remember the stories we've shared. Remember the power of standing together, of fighting together, of celebrating together. Remember the change that solidarity can bring about. Because as we've seen, solidarity is not just a force for change, it's a force for good. Solidarity can change lives, and it can change the world. We all have a role to play in promoting solidarity. It's not just a call to arms, but a call to hearts and minds. Solidarity is a choice, a conscious decision that begins with understanding and empathy.